So in this video, we're going to cover the flat load, which is the hose load that we use on all of our trucks, and it's predominantly for supply lines, but in some cases we also use it for some attack lines. Here, this is engine 311, and this is our large diameter supply line, and we are going to work through a hose load. This takes about 4 people to do. The more hands, the better. LT Carlisle, he's in an important position here. He's going to help make sure that our stack is neat. Up on top, Firefighter O'Driscoll, he's going to help feed the line through across the top of the hose bed. And then behind him, Firefighter Gillette, he is going to help organize the hose on the hose bed. There's an important move that we make back there. And then back here, getting our hose organized, Firefighter Shire is going to make sure that we've got enough hose line to go. Okay, so here we go, guys. Let's load it up. So we're going to feed this through. We alternate the lengths of hose. We go with 100 feet of the LDH, and then we also have some 50-foot lengths of the LDH as well. PPE for loading hose, it's always gloves. And when we're working around these trucks, we want to make sure that we've got our helmets on as well. The couplings, especially on the large diameter hose, are pretty heavy, right? So we want to make sure that we've got the appropriate gear on. There we go. Okay, and as you can see up on top, LT Carlisle is working with Firefighter O'Driscoll to make sure that the hose gets set up. And when a coupling is going onto the hose bed, we want to make sure that everybody's aware of that. So we're just going to yell out coupling, and everybody yells out coupling. Okay, when we fold this hose, it's really important that it's as neat as possible, right? One thing, it's a pride and ownership thing to make sure that it looks great, but a well-organized hose is going to deploy as well as it possibly can as well. So if we get to a spot where the coupling is maybe a little precarious on the edge of the hose bed, we do what's called a Dutchman. So we take the coupling to the front of the hose bed, and then we fold the hose over top. So we almost double up the hose. It's a little bit dangerous for the couplings to be right on the edge of the hose bed. They come out a little bit quicker. So that's why we put a Dutchman in there. Okay, you can see when Firefighter Gillette organizes the hose at the front of the hose bed. There's a good crossover there. It's nice and neat, making sure that the hose is organized all the way across.
Coupling coming up.
Coupling! Another Dutchman there, just because of the placement of the coupling, once again, in proximity to the edge of the hose bed. So the last length of hose that we load on the truck, we always go with a 50-footer as the last length. That gives us a bit more options when we're pulling the hose.
Coupling.
Then the last length as well, we want to bring the coupling forward. We fold the hose over top of itself, and then we fold it so that the coupling goes inside the hose length. And then a bit of webbing through there, and then that way when we go to deploy the hose, the firefighter that's going to work the hydrant has something to grab onto. You can see how LT Carlisle has got the girth hitch at the bottom of the hose. That way when the firefighter that's working the hydrant goes to pull that hose length off, the top of the coupling doesn't flop over onto their head. And that's how we do in a large diameter hose, flat hose lay.